So after driving the car with the octane a minute for about 20 miles now, I have noticed not a giant difference, but a noticeable difference in fuel economy, and definitely a difference in power output. I burning 89 octane recommends. I noticed a giant power drop, like taking off from a light or something. It just pull a bunch of timing, didn't have enough power or anything. But now I can go from a light and park my tires going through first and second gear even. But for the price point, I don't necessarily know yet if it's worth it comparing it to 93 or 91 octane. But we will see for sure. Yeah, it definitely makes more power than it did before. And that was just a part half throttle. I've spun the tires a couple of times on accident, just not even trying. Whereas before on 89 octane, it wouldn't spin the tires at all. It was sluggish. It was like trying to drive a 6-cylinder as a drag car for the type of fuel I was running and stuff. So I'm definitely upgrading the fuel. Some stuff I've done to them, like I did an axle back exhaust, and I did Dynamax muffler delete pipes, or I'm sorry, resonator delete pipes, rear muffler, resonator, whatever you want to call it. I did thrush welded mufflers, and I did so you can kind of hear that it makes a little bit of a drone in the cab when you get on it. But it's not terrible. It's definitely, there are worse cars. Essentially, I'm trying to spec it out for what would have been the equivalent of a Scat Pack Stage 1 minus the PCM, but I'm getting a Predator tuner, Predator 2 tuner, actually, to kind of cope with that, the loss of that Stage 1 Scat Pack that they no longer offer. Not that they ever really offered it for the 300. We kind of get crapped on when it comes to performance, even though we're like a Chrysler 300 is essentially just a Dodge Charger with a lot more cool stuff. Like I have Beats audio and a couple other things that a Charger RT wouldn't have. And as far as my future plans for the car, I have priced out some headers and mid pipes. They don't make a lot of mid pipes for the all-wheel drive cars, so you're kind of limited on choice. But the headers are BBK, and they're actually very specific part number for this. Pipes are catless, because that's, again, I'm limited on choices with that. There's 2 choices, and one of them is high flow cats that are close to $600 for the high flow cat mid pipes, or I can get catless mid pipes for $200 and some dollars. I believe it's $269 before tax off of Summit Racing. So yeah, it's kind of hard finding parts for an all-wheel drive car when it comes to exhaust and stuff underneath, but I do plan on I don't know if I want to say pro charging it, but I want to put some kind of centrifugal force supercharger on there eventually. I've heard a lot of good things about the Torque Storm, but I'm not 100% sure about putting that on this car necessarily, and not that I'm bashing that product or anything, because I've heard nothing but good things about it. But I would like, I would like a centrifugal supercharger that comes with a tune, so that I don't have to hit up the dyno right away. But other than that, I want to try to make at least 500 to 600 horsepower safely. I do still have a stock Nag 1 transmission, so I don't want to blow it apart, blow my transfer case apart either.